Prince Edward Islanders saw more ice along the shoreline in December than they have over the last 5 years. Warming temperatures in the Gulf of St. Lawrence mean ice has been forming later around P.E.I, well into January, and leaving earlier, a change from the 80s and 90s when it lasted all winter.
The trend has been going down, but the past 5 or 6 years in particular have been especially low. And those years, I think the average around P.E.I is around 45 days of ice coverage, so about half of what we were seeing in the 80s and 90s.
This December was colder, and that made a difference.
December was 3 to 4 degrees colder than normal on average, and that area, Northumberland Strait up to Chaleur Bay, and that is also the shallowest, so the quickest to react to cold temperatures. The first year in several years, we actually had a cold start to the ice season.
The shorter ice season over the last 5 years has been a concern for islanders worried about the coastline. Researchers say winter ice provides a protective shield against waves and erosion.
I mean, it's definitely a good sign for erosion this year to kind of shorten the amount of time that the coastline is exposed to the wind and the waves during the winter.
The current thaw-freeze cycle can also have an impact on the shoreline.
Whenever the water melts, it goes into all the cracks in the rocks on our shoreline, and then whenever it freezes, it expands and puts pressure on those cracks and can cause breakdown of the rocks or instability.
Both researchers say they will be watching the ice conditions around mid-March to see how long the ice will last.
So the last several years, by April, so late March, most of the ice around P.E.I has disappeared or has melted away.
Until then, there is still a lot of winter and unpredictable weather to come. Nancy Russell, CBC News, Charlottetown.